It's our monthly stroll down memory lane of pop culture with the pin subscription Zanini Box.
Let's get to it.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. So yeah, Zanini Box on tap today, and the part I love about this one, I enjoy unboxing it for the nostalgia of all the old references they have to our childhood a lot of times.
Yes, they do.
So we'll see what the August box has. How much are they?
So they have prices starting at $9.99 and then go up from there. They do have quite a bit to choose from, so I highly recommend checking out their channel. We'll have that link down in this description of the video.
Okay.
Okay. So then...
Dump it out. Dump it out.
Wow, that seems all...
Oh, we got a lot more than usual.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, it looks like they've got a video game collection in here.
That is cool.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
All right,
so
let's get to the
through
card
these.
subscription first. So,
Okay.
the card subscription... Oh, wow, that's kind of cool. I like those. I like the old...
Yes.
Very cool. So they've got this new card subscription going. And what's really neat about it is it's got a bunch of different stuff on here. And then if you are going to go to a Comic-Con or something like that, they've got cool little spaces to get autographs in the back, which is kind of cool little extra there. I think it's neat though. They're nice high quality cards.
Yes,
kind of a cool thing to get autographed. And a big variety. Like you've got your comic books up here, movies, TV shows, video games down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Cool. Game of Thrones. I never saw that Argo. I wanted to see that, but I never saw it.
Oh, it was good.
It was good?
Yeah.
Birdman 2 is another one I want to see.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that one. So in the basic, we've got E.T.
So, yeah, that was probably one of my first, like, being a kid in the 80s.
Yes.
One of the first, like, humongous movies that I was, like, instantly drawn to. E.T. Phone Home.
Then there's Johnny Bravo.
I've heard of Johnny Bravo,
it was a cartoon that I discovered late in life, and my dad thought it was the funniest cartoon ever. I was babysitting kids at my house when I was younger, and my dad got home early from work, and he saw the kids watching cartoons, and so he's eating his lunch with the kids and me, and we had the cartoon on. Like a grown-ass man is laughing hysterically at this cartoon. Like that's my memory of that. Of my
dad laughs at a lot of like random things though.
Yes, but he thought this cartoon was the funniest thing ever. So whenever it was on, he was like, "Oh, let me watch it."
I don't think I've ever watched it. I know what it is. I've never watched it.
Yeah, he just thought it was the funniest thing ever. So that was my one with it. So then this is Marcus Phoenix.
That is Gears of War.
Okay.
When it comes to me in video games, I'm more like sports, really big into sports video games.
Okay.
Like NBA or NFL, baseball. I love those. I do play like shooter games, but when it comes to shooter games, I played Gears of War because it was a huge deal when it came out. I think I played the first one. I don't think I've played it since because it's just not my type of game. They're huge games, but I know that he's from Gears of War.
This would all include, this would be the standard subscription right here.
Okay. Got yourself a Stormtrooper.
Yes.
Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that. And then adding to that Star Wars collection they got going.
With the premium, we've got Captain America.
Woo woo! Our boys are going to fight over that.
Yes, they are.
Both of our boys really like Captain America.
Yes.
I was never, you know, I was just talking to a friend lately, just the other day.
Yep.
And when I was a kid growing up, I was more about like Superman, Batman.
That's what was big. Like these were just like comic
Iron
books.
Man, Captain America.
But they didn't really have
Thor.
that many. They didn't really have movies and cartoons and stuff like that with that. It was just mainly DC Comics at the time.
So I remember when those Marvel movies started, I was like,
yeah, and here I am. I'm like, because I was also like X-Men.
Yeah, I never got into any of that.
Yeah, I was all about.
And now
X-Men.
the DC movies, they're just okay.
Yeah,
they're not terrible, but they're not good. Nothing like Marvel. Now I love those superheroes. Like they're awesome. But back then. So we will, whatever this video game, I'm going to look it up online. I'll have whatever the price of the video game collection is right here.
So it's literally all the controllers. So you got Super Nintendo.
No, that is not Super Nintendo. That is the classic NES.
NES, sorry.
So there would be Xbox 360, or I mean Xbox One right there, or maybe Xbox 360. Sega Genesis.
Okay.
I can tell you, I'm just going to have to take a look. That's the Dreamcast.
That's the Dreamcast?
Yeah, I had a Dreamcast.
My brother had
I remember,
a Dreamcast.
So the Dreamcast, it was cool. Like, you see this little square right here? Right there in the controller. That was your memory card. Like, went in it, and it had like a little like LCD display on it. And remember, I play sports games a lot. And I always like playing sports games and doing like the franchise games where you would like take a team for a long period of time. And I would trade and do all kinds of stuff to the team. And I remember one time, those were, the memory card was like $50 or something. They were expensive because it was like a little controller too.
Yeah.
And you know what it always says in video games, like, don't turn off when you see this icon. And so I was playing my basketball or football game, whatever I was playing, and I just made some crazy trade just to see if it would go through. And it went through, but I didn't mean to actually do the trade. And so then I exited that little trade menu, and it started saving, and I saw the icon down the corner, and I was like, no! And I ripped the thing out, just like an idiot, like just reaction, like, no, I didn't want to save! And I ripped it out. Yeah, I destroyed that memory card.
My God. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was before I met you. Yeah, I was like, wow. Yeah. Just instinctively, just like, no!
I remember the first, what was it, the PS that came out?
PlayStation?
Yeah, the first PlayStation that came out. There was some small rinky-dink like gamer store that was near our house, and like my brother was sick. He had the flu and he had already prepaid for the system, so he sent my mom to go and get it. And there was a cop there. Like, they were literally having people getting robbed in the parking lot, and
I've seen that before. Like, not seen people getting robbed. I've seen police there. Like,
yeah, where they literally held the game system as they walked my mom to her car, and no one was allowed to go into the store unless they checked the list on this. It was the weirdest thing. I had never seen anything like that because I was waiting in the car, and I'm like, really?
Remember you and I, though, when you and I, before our kids, back when we did crazy things back then, Nintendo Wii, when it came out, we happened to be driving by a Walmart, and we saw people lined up the night the Wii was coming out.
Yes.
And those things were sold out, remember, back then? They're everywhere. You couldn't get those things.
Yeah.
And we drove by and we thought, let's just go see.
Uh-huh.
And so we asked the last person, and they're like, they've got 2 more. And we were like,
let's get in line.
Let's get in line.
Yeah.
And so we got a Nintendo Wii that night. But do you remember we had like an employee or somebody walked us.
Yeah, they had to walk
all the way through the store, and like, I can't remember if they walked us out to the car or not, but I think maybe they offered, and I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah, no, they walked us back to there because they were only allowing some people. Yeah, I didn't know.
All right,
so there's that one.
So I think what that is the PlayStation 5 that is not out yet. That's the controller for PS5. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of neat to have that in there. And then way back, we go from PS5 to Atari.
I have never played.
How big of a dork am I that I know what all of those are?
Well, I tried and I couldn't name them.
I've had all of these in my hand except for the PS5 one that might be in my hand later this year.
I've never played
Atari?
I've never played
I never owned one, but I had cousins that had them.
Ah, okay.
It was real dumb.
See, we actually have is it the classic NES that we have in there?
Yeah, I managed it on Amazon. Those another thing, it was a real hot seller.
Yeah.
They had those mini game systems, and one day on Amazon, I had it in my cart because you couldn't buy it, and then one day I just looked and it was like prime shipping available, and I was like, oh, buy now.
But it only came with one controller.
Yeah, one controller, and all these years later, I can't find another controller. I need to buy just some off-brand ones.
Yeah, we do, because I would like to play.
It does kind of sit there.
And then what do we have upstairs?
The Super NES Mini.
The Super NES.
I'm a big video game nerd. Even though now I don't ever have time to play any video games, I'm still a giant nerd.
We try.
All right, so there it is, the August Zanini Box and this new video game collection.
I know.
And the card collection over here. They're expanding.
Yes, they are.
All right, what did you think of all this stuff? Let us know down in the comments.
Don't forget to hit that like button and share with your friends.
If you haven't done so already and you enjoyed watching us geek out over video games, click right here to subscribe.
Right over here is our last unboxing of Zanini Box.
And on this side, you got our most recent episode. Stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.